Guys, I thought I'll do a quick video on the new DTF printing that's got a little bit of buzz going around. So I've bought one of these printers. Well, it was the modified version, and I thought I'll do a video showing you the actual comparisons, what I couldn't find online, which I thought was pretty important for people who'll be buying these printers. So in saying that, I have partnered with Aber Enterprise, Alistair, and we'll be modifying the printer much more than just your standard modified and your basic off-the-shelf Epson L1800. So there's a lot that needs to be changed and done professionally and more. So the first thing is I bought the modified version of the printer, and I've spoken with Alistair and I've spoken about all the other improvements that we can do. There are currently others on the market as well. So what we're going to do is, as soon as the printer lands, we are going to test them, modify them, of course without the ink, and bring them to a DTG sort of standard with the quality. So we'll be selling the revamped version, because you have to have those things, I believe, on the printer after me testing them out. So the first things, you definitely have to have a ink stirrer. White ink can get saturated pretty easily. You need a bigger pump, obviously, for the longer tubes. Now here's something that I've seen the ones online that they sell. You have to have thicker tubes, because these are your pigment inks for t-shirts, which are thicker, and you have to have thicker tubes. If not, they're just going to clog up over time. The print head on these printers are really just meant for your photo paper. They're really not meant for so hence why you have to have thicker tubes. You can't just use a standard SIS system with the tubes. You've got to have a proper drainage as well. So you'll see from the photos that I've posted up, it's all neatly assembled inside the printer. It's got a new casing and a touchscreen as well to do some basic functions. You have to have a tray, okay? You have to have a tray because, and I'll show you an example of the print. Here's an example of the print. Now you can see that the white ink has dripped. So this has to be absolute straight so that it doesn't bend or curve and allow the ink to spill. So you can see the one on your left is okay. The one on the right, you can see that the ink is bled all the way through, as in like it's rolled off the corner. So that's a must. You must have a tray. So the one that we are getting in has the tray inbuilt, like the full chassis of it is, sorry, not the chassis, the exterior shell of it has been changed, as you can see from the printer. Another very important part is the pinch wheels. So if you can see those little white little wheels there, yep, I've systematically removed them to get the best grip and not have lines run on your print. So that is very important to actually remove, because almost every print that was coming out, it was either dragging, there was lines right across, there was marks, it was messing up the color. That's another must-have. Your pinch roller, sorry, not pinch, yeah, your pinch roller needs to be lifted up as well to handle the thicker sheet. If not, you'll just continuously get paper jams, which I've had. So I've actually taken off the full shell, modified the pinch wheel, pulled it up a bit, and it works fine. It works perfectly fine. Yeah, so ink waste bottle, you just definitely need a waste tank there. Now I'll show you, I think everyone knows most of the procedure is available online to actually show you how to do it, to print it out, put the powder, heat it up, and then print it. So now I'll show you the difference between the DTG and the DTF. So this is the DTG and the DTF t-shirts. I'm sure you can tell which one is the DTF. This is my DTG printer. Pretty good printer. Now the quality difference, as you can tell visually, this one looks more appealing. But to my, I was surprised that this actually feels like paper, vinyl. It definitely has a much thicker feel, exactly like vinyl. So we do vinyl as well on our Roland, and we know the feeling when you put a big size image. It feels crap. To be honest, it feels crap because it is very thick. I would say a little bit thinner perhaps than a vinyl, but you know, hardly, you can't make out the difference. But the print quality is good, but it just feels like paper stuck on top, unfortunately. Now, over quite a few tests, as you can see, we have found an absolute best way to print these that feels really good. You can hardly tell that the ink is on. And it is really smooth. You don't feel vinyl. So I fell across that by accident, and it worked well. I've done a couple of washes as well. You can see I've tried it out. Some worked, some didn't work. Different settings. So for customers who'll be buying the printer from the modified version by me, from Alistair or myself, I'll definitely share the video to those customers how to not get it feeling like a paper thick vinyl, and how you could get it to something like that, which is absolutely perfect. It's really smooth. It doesn't feel like vinyl stuck on top. Oops, got my fingers in the way. So it doesn't feel like vinyl stuck on top. So that's one part. I can show you the video how to get it nice and smooth and not feeling like a vinyl. Like I said, I came across this by accident. We're going to keep it as a secret to modified printers that are modified by me, and customers who buy it from Alistair or myself. Yeah, so, and I've also done a couple of washes as well, and it's come out looking good. Look, I've done about 10 washes or so, and it's looked identical. This t-shirt has done about 20 or so washes, and it's still looking exactly the same. Now, you know, this, as you've seen from the videos, other videos perhaps, the stretchability is pretty good. Even the stretchability on that as well. With our technique, I'm going to call it my accidental technique, and you can see that I'm stretching it and it still looks fine. Looks perfect. Even with the standard way of doing it as well, it's fine. I love the stretchability of this. There's no marks whatsoever, so that I thought was pretty amazing. So that's one less complaint from a customer. Now, comparing it to the DTG, of course DTG is printed directly on the fabric. This is nice and smooth. You can feel the ink, but ever so slightly. It's a little bit more dull. I think the color is a little bit more natural, but I don't think that's too big of a deal. So now here's another thing to note as well. If you see the lightning thing and the fade at the back, that's come out pretty neat on the DTG. DTF, no way. There's no way you're going to get that fade. So you can see these spots, right? So that's your limitation. So you can see the flames. I don't know if there is a way to reduce that or get that off, but I guess in the near future we'll find out. Well as the DTG, you know, you can see it's a pretty nice blend. So that's one of the main differences I found out with the DTG version. Okay, now the other thing what I'd like to compare is the time. So DTF, an easy 15 minutes per t-shirt. There's quite a lot involved. Firstly is the software programming your software to print it. The Epson printer is a lot more slower. So just to print literally takes another 10 minutes, easy. Your powder, then you've got to heat that for about 2 minutes. You could heat the powder on your standard heat press. This is our heat press. By the way, we sell this too. It's an automatic version. It automatically goes down and comes up. So I usually just place a plank of wood, and after I put the powder on, place it here, move it across, keep it there for about a minute or two. Once it's done, put it on the t-shirt and then press. So this is an automatic heat press, very, very convenient, no more pulling down and whatnot. Has an automatic timer, so you can come up, but anyway, that's on another video. And it's pretty close as well to the heater, so that's pretty handy to have. So that takes 2 minutes, and then you've got to heat it, and then press it onto the t-shirt, wait for it to cool, and then peel. And I always like to do another press on top of that as well. So all in all, yes, it does take another 15 minutes or so. So the difference between a DTG and a DTF version as far as time is concerned, they're almost identical. It takes the same amount of time. So you do have your pros and cons. DTG, it's pretty hard to get rid of those pre-treatment marks. Fades away more easily. The printer's a heck of a lot more expensive. I purchased mine for over 30k. Whereas the Epsons are about 2 to 3 grand, I guess. DTF, it does feel like vinyl, but we do have a way around it. Print quality is definitely better, but you can see where it's limited to some extent. Cheaper to run, definitely a lot more cheaper to run than DTG. So we'll be selling the inks, paper, powder, everything soon, which will be coming in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, look, if you need a free sample as well, that's something that Alistair and myself are going to offer, is a free sample. So those people who are interested in purchasing a modified version, so not just the modified version you buy off from the supplier, it's again revamped and remodeled by us, with those things that I've mentioned earlier. There's actually quite a lot that gets modified again on top of the standard. The standard printer will just not work, maybe for 1 or 2 weeks, but you're going to clog it. 100% you're going to clog it. We're happy to provide 2 years warranty as well on the printers. It's 1 year warranty and additional year paid warranty on the printer. So if you have any questions, you want your free samples, let us know. We'll send you a free sample on the DTF before you make a purchase, as long as you're happy to pay for postage. You also get the software provided by the manufacturers. I've pretty much gone through the full software. Happy to train anyone who needs training on the software. It's very simple, very basic to use. That's what I like, something that's simple and easy. The setup is, out of the box it is very complicated, but we've saved settings that you don't have to by just plugging everything in, installing the software. It comes pre-made by us, and you can run it straight away. And it is compatible with Windows 10, so the earlier version is not. And that's a trouble that I faced as well. So with this, yep, it's compatible. As you can see, it's running with Windows 10. It's pretty easy. Yeah, so let me know. Give Alistair or myself a call, or check out our website and place your order.